Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Dr. Jeremy Thornton. I'm excited to be here with you today. It's really an honor that I have this opportunity to share with you. I wish I could be there in person, but I know you are in good hands, and it's been super exciting to work alongside your leaders, Stephen and Patrick and Iwan and Ulrike and Betty and Winston. Have put a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears into sharing this exciting technology with everyone throughout the UK, the EU, and the entire world. So I'm excited to be with you on this journey. And I'm going to share with you today some exciting information about curcumin specifically, and why our technology is completely disrupting the nutritional supplement industry. And along the way, we're going to talk about some of the weaknesses, what I call the hidden secret in curcumin and turmeric. So I'm going to share a short slideshow with you, and I hope this is informative, and I hope that this is helpful for you. So I'm going to share my screen, and we'll see if everything works out here. Okay, I think it is. So, of course, we have to start with that the following information is not intended to replace professional medical recommendation. It is only for informational, educational purposes based on preventive medicine. If you have any of the following symptoms, you should consult a licensed health professional for the diagnosis and treatment of any medical condition. All right, so it all starts with turmeric root, right? The golden spice. It has been called the most powerful medicinal plant known to man. It actually comes from this beautiful Curcumin longa plant. Of course, turmeric is the root. We've at least evidence of up to 6,000 years of use medicinally. It is one of the foundational herbs in the oldest medicinal systems known to man, Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese medicine. It's been called Ushadi, the herb above all others, Jayanti, victorious over diseases, native to Southeast Asia and India. Of course, it has been used traditionally in cooking as a spice, medicinally for health, as well as a dye. And many of you can attest if you've ever gotten our golden drops on your clothes or on anything. So the curcumin, right, is the bioactive component of turmeric. We've done a lot of studies on turmeric, and it has a lot of properties. But the special part of turmeric, where all of the magic happens, is in curcumin. It's the most studied component, of course. It's a polyphenol that belongs in the ginger family. One important thing to remember as we go forward is curcumin is lipophilic, meaning it loves fat, right? It dissolves in fat and oil. It is also hydrophobic, which is the opposite, is it hates water. It's afraid, fear, right? Phobic, afraid of water. It does not dissolve in water, which could be a problem, of course, as our bloodstream is mostly what? Right, it's mostly water. If you were to go to pubmed.gov, I encourage you to do that. I need to update this slide because now you will find over 21,000 results on curcumin alone. That's amazing for a natural supplement, a natural substance to attain this much attention, this much research, this many publications and studies on it alone. And I also challenge you to type in curcumin and any health or any health condition that you can think of. And I would be really amazed if you can find something that we don't have a ton of research on, how curcumin can impact that health condition. And so these are some of the more well-known health conditions that we have a lot of research in. It's anti-inflammatory activity, of course, it's antioxidant activity, anti-cancer effects, neuroprotective effects, hepatoprotection, meaning liver, cardiovascular protection, anti-diabetic effects, and immune regulation. If I would have made this study here, I would have also put in gastrointestinal benefits as well. So if we look at the research, we could just talk all day just about the research, but we have studies on Alzheimer's disease. We have studies on autoimmune disease, on rheumatoid arthritis, cardiovascular diseases, atherosclerosis. This one is on leaky gut, intestinal barrier. This one here is on neuropathy in diabetic patients. Actually, this one is on depression and anxiety in diabetic patients with neuropathy. And this one is on curcumin and cancer. So again, we could just talk all day about the research, and there's so much research out there. This is just a great picture that shows all of the inflammatory pathways that are inhibited by curcumin. Guys, nothing else that we know of can do what curcumin can do. Again, this is just another visual demonstration of all the areas that we have research that curcumin can impact. And I won't name every condition that's in here, but we have, as you can see, liver diseases and lung diseases, skin diseases, neurodegenerative disorders, inflammatory diseases, other conditions here, infectious diseases, endocrine disorders, heart disease, skeletal anomalies, as well as cancer. And so it can go on and on about the health benefits, the conditions that are treated by curcumin. And you're thinking, well, there's got to be a catch, right? How can curcumin do this many things? And that's when we're getting back to the hidden secret, right? The hidden secret about turmeric and curcumin is that it is not very bioavailable, okay? Now, when something is bioavailable, what that means is that if you were to take that substance by mouth, first, it survives the stomach acid, right? It can get through the intestinal barrier. It can get through and past the liver. It can get into the bloodstream and ultimately to our cells in the tissues and organs and muscles and brain, et cetera, et cetera. That would be something that is bioavailable. And that is exactly what curcumin and turmeric are not. They're anything but bioavailable. In fact, if you were to ingest curcumin, what do you believe the absorbed amount is at the intestinal level? I'll give just a couple of seconds here. Shout out loud, how much percentage-wise do you think is absorbed at the intestinal level if you were to ingest curcumin? It's less than 10%. Okay, if we were to talk about turmeric root, if we were wanting to get the benefits of curcumin from turmeric root, well, turmeric only contains about 2 to 6% of it is made up of curcumin, and the rest is other things, right? So if we were to take 500 milligrams of turmeric root, we would get a milligram of curcumin to the tissues. And as you can see down here, where a majority of that will end up, right? And so this is something that's been well known. If you look at the research, you go to pubmed.gov and you look at the research, you're going to see over and over again, curcumin can do all of these amazing things, but it's poorly absorbed, it's poorly bioavailable, right? And this article here talks about it's been confirmed to exhibit very poor bioavailability, with many studies showing very low or even undetectable concentrations in the blood and extraintestinal tissues. Major reasons are due to its poor absorption, its rapid metabolism, its chemical instability, and rapid systemic elimination. So scientists, of course, we've been studying curcumin and turmeric for a very, very long time, and they knew that it had all of these special properties in these lab tests that they were doing, these amazing things it could do with cancer cells and these inflammatory components. And then they would turn around and try to repeat these benefits in human studies, and guess what? It wasn't happening. It wasn't working, right? They weren't seeing the same benefits that they were seeing in the lab. And why is that? It's bioavailability, right? And so there have been scientists that have been very frustrated with this process. And this scientist here from the Scientific American Journal says, so what do you get when you look closely at the molecule and its activities? Well, for one thing, curcumin's stability and pharmacokinetics are absolutely terrible. It's less than 1% bioavailable, and its half-life under physiological conditions is measured in minutes. Much effort and funding has been wasted on curcumin research, says this scientist. And so you can kind of get a feel for his frustration in studying curcumin. Many times, again, with these human studies, even at high doses, they were trying to do oral testing with the human participants, of course, and many times weren't even able to detect curcumin in the bloodstream. You could sense why that would be so frustrating, right? And that is until now. And I think this is why many of you are here today, is to hear about, or you have heard about, and you're ready to share the information about this powerful BioMS technology. I was where you were at about a little over a year and a half ago. Honestly, when this was shared with me, I wasn't terribly interested in another curcumin product. And anybody else in here skeptical, or you were skeptical? And so I have been in practice now over 25 years in nutritional practice, functional medicine. And so I have used literally dozens of different formulas of turmeric and curcumin over those years. And I've seen lots of different things. I've never seen anything come close to this. So as I've studied turmeric and curcumin over the years, I say that this BioMS technology is what I always wished curcumin was, but I never seen it before, again, until now. So, of course, you probably heard this Nanofy. This BioMS technology was developed in Germany, the University of Hohenheim in Germany. The absorption, this is that little bottle, right? These powerful drops right here. Studies show up to 277 times more bioavailable than traditional turmeric. Now, honestly, when I heard this, I didn't believe this. But this is what got my attention when I saw the study that showed that this was up to 277 times more bioavailable. Now, although I was skeptical, I thought to myself, if this is true, this is going to change a lot of lives. And I'm sure thankful that I gave this a closer look over a year and a half ago. And I said, I want to know more. And it's changed my life as well as thousands of lives of my patients. So I'm very thankful for that. This technology is a multi-patented technology. BioMS stands for biotechnology with micelle solubilisates. Again, 277 times more bioavailable. And this is why. First, the technology creating nanoparticles, right? Particle sizes less than 30 nanometers. And then this substance is still, right, lipophilic or hydrophobic, meaning it doesn't mix well in water. Well, they've solved that as well by enveloping this curcumin particle in a micelle structure. And I often describe this to my patients as a little submarine that carries that curcumin particle easily through water, easily through our bloodstream, and easily to our cells, tissues, organs, etc. So just to give you a visual of how powerful this is, you would have to consume 17 pounds of turmeric root to get the equivalent of 10 drops of Nanofy. Does anybody volunteer for that study? No? No hands? Okay. So it's really three technologies in one. First, we extract the curcumin, just the curcumin component from the turmeric root. We apply the nanotechnology, and then the micelle structure around it, ending up with a less than 30 nanometer end product. So how small is a nanometer? It's hard to really wrap your mind around the size of a nanometer. So this is just some visuals to kind of help you with that. A red blood cell is 7,000 nanometers wide. Human hair, 100,000 nanometers wide. A sheet of paper, 75,000 nanometers thick. And our CEO and owner, Shane Brady, first shared with me that if you were to take your thumbnail and you were to make 1 million slices through your thumbnail, one of those slices would be a nanometer. So that is just powerful to think about how small the particle sizes we're talking about. And then again, the particle sizes are wrapped in a micelle structure, which can easily carry that throughout the body. So this will give you a visual again of why scientists have been frustrated in the study of curcumin. So this is a study here where the subjects were given 2 grams, 2,000 milligrams of curcumin and followed over a period of hours, right? And so you guys may have to scoot in closer to see the peak of curcumin, which is right here at an hour. If you can see that at all from where you're setting, that is the peak of curcumin at an hour. And guess what? Where is it by 2 hours? Undetectable. Okay, so now you can sense the frustration and why curcumin and turmeric has not lived up to what we knew it could do in the laboratory setting. And so we hear a lot about, well, my curcumin has black pepper extract, and that solves the bioavailability issue. Well, not so fast. Now, although I do agree that this peak right here, which is curcumin with black pepper, looks more impressive than this peak right down here. This is at 45 minutes. This is by 1 hour, right? And by 3 hours, it is undetectable. Okay, so we're getting a brief peak, very brief peak of curcumin in the bloodstream with that same 2,000 milligrams of curcumin. The problem is how they're achieving this is the piperine, or the black pepper extract, interferes with phase 2 liver detoxification. And what that means is it's temporarily slowing down the detoxification capacity of the liver, allowing a brief peak of curcumin in the bloodstream. And then as that wears off, of course, the liver rapidly breaks down and metabolizes that curcumin. The problem that I have with this approach is that, a lot of people that are taking this curcumin with black pepper extract, for example, may be taking other supplements. They may be taking other medications or polypharmacy, multiple prescription medications. And what is the impact of slowing down the liver, if not once, maybe multiple times a day? We don't know. And in my opinion, it's not a great way to achieve results with curcumin. So this is what we're achieving with this amazing biotechnology, this BioMS technology, is we're achieving levels in the bloodstream. This is a study in both men and women we've never seen before. We have never been able to achieve levels in the bloodstream of curcumin anywhere near this. And that it's just incredible to see this. It's changing everything we thought we knew about curcumin and turmeric. And then look, what's more exciting than what levels we're able to achieve as far as high levels in the bloodstream is look at the period of time that we're achieving these levels at. This is a single dose. And look, 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours, 24 hours later, we still have measurable amounts of curcumin in the bloodstream. Again, that is unheard of in the curcumin turmeric space. We've never seen anything like this, okay? And this is exactly why we're seeing reports back from people on this supplement that it's changing lives, that it's radically transforming people's health in ways we've never seen before. And I can attest to that as a physician, being blessed to be able to utilize this with patients with very chronic health conditions, chronic degenerative conditions, chronic inflammatory conditions, autoimmune diseases, and etc. And being able to achieve levels of curcumin in the bloodstream with a single dose over this period of time has been something that I've never seen in my 25 years in practice. So you can tell we're super excited about this technology, super excited to bring this to you. And because this is really the take-home message. It's not about how much curcumin you take, but how much is absorbed and how long it stays in your bloodstream, your organs, and your tissues. And I'm very visual, so I always love to show this. And this really says it all, right? This is native curcumin applied to the water is getting mixed here. And you can see this is hydrophobic. It's afraid of water, right? Just imagine that as your bloodstream. It's not getting in there, right? And here is our amazing BioMS technology, easily mixing in the bloodstream, easily getting to your tissues, your cells, and changing the physiology and ultimately creating a level of health that we've, again, never seen before. So I'm going to end my slideshow here. All right. So I hope that this was helpful information. I hope that this technology is a blessing to you and those you share it with. I just want to encourage you that this is the real deal, that you are in the right place at the right time with the right company and with the right supplement, with the right technology. People have never experienced anything like this before, and you get the privilege to be able to bring this to your friends, to your family, and ultimately to the world. So I look forward to meeting each and every one of you and working with you together as we continue to change lives 10 drops at a time. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a great rest of your conference and take care. God bless.